Good evening, esteemed television watchers. Nakhchivan news program in English is on air. Care to the nature is considered one of the important issues in the autonomous republic. In this regard, the main purpose of the pursued ecological policy is to enrich nature. Every year, new fruit gardens and green zones are planted, and as a result, approximately 20% of the territory of the autonomous republic is rich in greenery. And the next Sabotnik in the autonomous republic was held last Saturday. Along with this consistent reconstruction works continue. Automobile road in Badamlı settlement of Shahboz region is under construction, and also a new mineral water plant is reconstructed in the very settlement. Furthermore, in the official news blog, let's watch.
On April 27, the next Sabotnik was held in the Autonomous Republic. The collective of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, the Cabinet of Ministers and also employees of Gemigaya Holding Companies Union expanded the area of 21 hectares of fruit tree planting and planted new seedlings along Uznaba water reservoir. The chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Mr. Vasif Talibov, attended the event as well. On April 27, the chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Mr. Vasif Talibov, watched the reconstruction works on Badamlı Settlement Road. It was reported that the length of the road is 5.4 kilometers, and the road width was expanded to 10 meters, ensuring safe and comfortable movement of pedestrians and vehicles. 2 bridges on the road were reconstructed and 12 transformers were built. Also, to prevent flooding around the bridges, reinforcement walls were built, and a concrete canal was constructed on the roadside and gas lines were replaced. Then the chairman of Supreme Majlis gave instructions on starting the asphalt laying in accordance with the weather conditions and also to pay attention to the quality. A new plant is under construction in Badamlı settlement of Shahboz region. On April 27, Mr. Vasif Talibov, the chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, watched the construction of Badamlı mineral water plant. It was noted that the total area of the plant is 10,590 square meters. Raw materials storage, production area and ready products storage will be included to the very plant. The main construction works have already been completed and French-made equipments were purchased. Badamlı aerated and non-aerated water will be produced in different sized packaging, and the production process will be fully automated and will meet all requirements of the standards. Also, the plant will be equipped with modern equipments and will be fully supervised on the quality of produced products. Convenience of the employees will be focused in the 2-storied administrative building, as well as business and technical rooms will be put into operation. Thereupon, the chairman of Supreme Majlis gave instructions on the installation of equipments in the production field and also to carry out renovation works in the territory of the plant as well as in Badamlı settlement.
One more interesting festival was organized in Nakhchivan. This time, festival held at Nakhchivan Gala was dedicated to the creative youth. For the first time, the Creative Youth Festival was held in the field of paintings, handicrafts, photography, architecture, music, sport, dance and theater, and the winners of different nominations were awarded. So we continue with the social economic news blog. Let's have a glance.
Meetings with the students in the ministries, committees and organizations of the Autonomous Republic and also a number of educational institutions were held in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. Along with these tasks and duties put forward at the session held on the protection of specialities in higher and secondary educational institutions to the relevant organizations in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, as well as establishment of startups and students' suggestions on them were discussed. In the first quarter of 2019, the social economic development of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic progressed rapidly. According to the State Statistics Committee of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, gross domestic product, which is the main indicator of development, amounted to 535,968,000 manas in January-March of 2019, and this exceeds the previous year. For the purpose of establishing cooperation and fraternity relations, an agreement was signed between Nakhchivan City Executive Authority and the Bulgarian Cultural and Historical Center Velika Ternova. Grounded on the very agreement, Nakhchivan was declared the sister city of Velika Ternova. The administrative building of Gulistan Security Team No. 24 of Nakhchivan Railways was handed over to the staff after major reconstruction. At the event, Mahir Aliyev, the director of Nakhchivan Railways, congratulated the staff and thanked the chairman of Supreme Majlis on behalf of all railroaders of the Republic. Workers' rooms, lounges, kitchen, classrooms and bedrooms, including the administrative building. Ceremonies dedicated to the conscription of the youth were held in Sharur and Kengerli regions. Speakers once again emphasized modern development of the Azerbaijani army and congratulated the youth and wished them successes in their honored service.
On the occasion of the 96th anniversary of the academician Zarif Aliyeva, a series of events dedicated to the life and activity of prominent academician was held in the Autonomous Republic. The event features outstanding scientists' unique merits in the development of ophthalmology science, and films dedicated to Zarif Aliyeva were demonstrated.
For the purpose of identifying creative young people in the Autonomous Republic, promote their creativity, create a favorable environment for them, assess their labor and create new incentives for them, promote the history of the country and the Autonomous Republic in tourism, and also promote the leisure time of young people. Nakhchivan Gala History and Architecture Museum Complex hosted Creative Youth Festival in the fields of painting, handicrafts, photography, architecture, music, sport, dance and theater. Volunteers of the Young Patriots Public Union demonstrated a flash mob, and the winners in different nominations were determined by the jury. The sale of handmade paintings and photo samples was also realized at the festival. Survivors of the accident at Chernobyl atomic power station were met in Nakhchivan city and also the regions of the Autonomous Republic. Meanwhile, food aid was provided to 240 people who participated in the elimination of the consequences of the Chernobyl disaster, and the residents unable to attend the event were visited at their homes. Tree planting and cleaning campaigns dedicated to the International Earth Day were held in the Autonomous Republic. Cleaning works along the road to Agbulak Recreation Center was carried out, and young people hung bird nests on trees in Batabot Forest. Along with these, trees were planted in the youth gardens in Sharur, Ordubat, Shahbuz and Sederek regions, as well as Haydar Park in Nehram village of Babek region and around Karabaglar Town in Kengerli region. About 250 young people took part in the action held in the regions of the Autonomous Republic. Also, circle members of the Ecological Education Center participated in tree planting action dedicated to April 22 International Earth Day. Students planted almond, apricot and mulberry seedlings in the area of 0.5 hectares near Duzda Hotel. "15 hectares of area around Agbulak village was planted with seedlings and 70 hectares of area was restored with seeds. In order to help natural rehabilitation, seeds and seedlings of trees and shrubs were planted around Agbulak Recreation Center. 1,380 different fruit seedlings were planted in new fruit garden of Dailaglı village. Along with this, 0.5 hectares of area was planted with grapevines. Last Saturday, greenery zones were cleared and new fruit gardens were planted in the city of Nakhchivan and also in the regions of the Autonomous Republic. In the course of the Sabotniks held on the same day, about 6,000 trees were planted by more than 21,000 residents. World Book and Copyright Day was celebrated at Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Library and also at Teachers Institute. Kengerli region centralized library system also celebrated the very day. A meeting of readers and authors was held at the event themed My Favorite Poet. Nakhchivan Module Power Station temporarily stopped its work due to repair works. Creation of alternative and renewable energy sources in recent years caused the repair works. Nevertheless, there will be no disconnections in energy circulation in the autonomous republic. An event devoted to 650th anniversary of the great Azerbaijani poet Imadeddin Nesimi was held at Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Literature Museum. At the event, speeches were made on the great master of our mother tongue poetry and also ideal features of Imadeddin Nesimi's creativity. The poet's ghazals were featured in the artistic part of the event and exposition of the museum was viewed.
Nakhchivan Studies Center of the Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic hosted an event dedicated to outstanding artist Ibrahim Safiyev. It was emphasized that Ibrahim Safiyev deserved to be recognized as a prominent Azerbaijani artist and admirable personality who had personal exhibitions organized in many countries around the world. Their open exhibition of books on Nakhchivan painting was watched. Scientific conference on the 90th anniversary of prominent linguist Onet scientist Yusuf Seydov was held in Nakhchivan Department of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences. Yusuf Seydov's life and creativity were touched upon at the conference, and also speeches on literary language issues in Yusuf Seydov's works, language issues of 20th century Azerbaijani poetry in Yusuf Seydov's research, Yusuf Seydov in memories were listened. Nakhchivan University hosted the meeting with poets and writers in Nakhchivan. Members of the Writers' Union performed samples of their poems dedicated to national leader Heydar Aliyev, Azerbaijan, Nakhchivan, as well as motherland. Then books brought by the Writers' Union were donated to the university's library. A quarterly electronic journal entitled Labor Safety was presented at Nakhchivan Business Center to promote labor protection more widely. The first issue of the journal was posted on the official website of the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic.
Presentation of the books Medical Herbs of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic and also Fauna of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Fish and Amphibians were held. Along with this, the book from the History of Pedagogical Idea was presented at the Training Center of the Detached Army. Prosthetic and orthopedic services are provided to the people with disabilities in the Autonomous Republic. As a continuation of the measures implemented in this direction, the prophylactic and orthesis orders of 2 disabled persons were approved. The protheses were repaired and 2 patients were provided with auxiliary rehabilitation equipments during the service organized by the medical and technical staff of Nakhchivan Prosthetic Orthopedic Rehabilitation Center.
To increase the attention of the youth to military patriotic works, a group of young people met with soldiers and officers. The young people watched parks, sports camps, barriers to trainings in the training centers, alpinist camp of special firefighting station and soldiers' barrack. Then young people and soldiers danced together in the concert program. "22 manuscripts and books were presented to the Manuscripts Foundation of Nakhchivan Department of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences by the Ministry of Culture of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. The mentioned samples were presented by Nehran village resident Onet culture worker of the Republic of Azerbaijan Akif Hajiev. Within the framework of the project A Bunch of Smile, a group of active young people met with the residents of the elderly house in Shahbuz region. Young ones danced with the elderly, talked to them at the tea table and presented them gifts.
Nakhchivan Teachers Institute hosted an event themed Organization of Propaganda and Advocacy in Traffic Safety. Traffic rules were discussed at the event and relevant videos were demonstrated, as well as questions were responded thoroughly. Employees of the State Traffic Police Office as well as pupils of Shahtakhta village secondary schools in Kengerli region were enlightened on the mentioned theme. Knowledge contest devoted to the 95th anniversary of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic was held among youth teams of the first party organizations of New Azerbaijan Party Shahboz Region Organization. The winner teams were awarded with diplomas and books said to be necessary to read. Nakhchivan Regional Information Center for the People with Limited Physical Abilities held a competition entitled Read and Percept. 10 children with disabilities participated in the very competition dedicated to the 95th anniversary of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. The children occupying the first 3 places were presented with gifts while other participants were given encouraging gifts. The Commission for Destruction of Narcotic Drugs, Psychotropic Substances and their Precursors of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic destroyed the confiscated and prohibited drugs and substances by burning.
Now culture and sport news. Contest held among drama circles was over, and also different sport competitions under the motto "Let's say no to harmful habits, let's always be healthy", as well as events dedicated to the 95th anniversary of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic were held. More in our next news block.
The Autonomous Republic stage of the drama competition was held at the Children and Youth Creativity Center. According to the results, the pupils of the Comprehensive Secondary School in Andamij village of Ordubad region occupied the first place, and pupils of Comprehensive Secondary School No. 1 of Garabaglar village of Kengerli region occupied the third places respectively. The winners will be awarded at the closing ceremony of the reading month to be held on April 30. Events dedicated to the 100th anniversary of the prominent painter and researcher Toğrul Javed are underway in the Autonomous Republic. Artists' Union of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic hosted a memorial exhibition on the mentioned occasion. Nakhchivan State Art Gallery and Artists' Union of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic hosted masterclasses. The students were informed about the rules of using hot and cold colors in paintings, and also detailed information on the history and development of marbling art was given. Personal exhibition of the third-year student of the Fine Arts specialty of the Faculty of Nature and Art of Nakhchivan Teachers Institute, Farhad Allahverdiev, and the first-year student Mikhail Rajabov was organized. More than 30 paintings by the student artists were demonstrated at the very exhibition. Members of the Azerbaijani national team on weightlifting were involved in training at Sharur Olympic Sports Complex. Our young athletes who started their training since April 15 prepare for the upcoming Azerbaijani Championship as well as the European Championship among juniors to be held in Romania and Moldova. Members of the national team saw the sightseeings of Sharur region and also visited sports halls under the Youth and Sports Department of the region.
Sharur Shooting Club hosted the zone competition aimed at selection for the 12th Republican Games among teenagers. Totally 8 teams representing Nakhchivan city and regions participated in the competition, and representatives of the city of Nakhchivan were the most accurate ones. Even the distinguished school children were invited to the Nakhchivan national team. Preparations for the participation of the newly formed team in the Republican Championship will be launched soon. Open Volleyball Republic Championship among men players was over. 8 teams representing Nakhchivan city and regions challenged in the competition held under the motto Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic 95, and Nakhchivan team became the winner of the championship and was awarded with the cup. Meanwhile, Sadarak and Julfa volleyball players occupied second and third places respectively. Afterwards, the winners' team were awarded with diplomas, prizes and trophies. Mini football championship of school children started. Total 17 secondary schools in the city of Nakhchivan with 170 students participated in the competition held under the motto "Let's say no to harmful habits, let's always be healthy." Nakhchivan City Championship on freestyle wrestling among teenagers was held. About 50 students participated in the competition held under the motto "Let's say no to harmful habits, let's always be healthy," and the winners were awarded with diplomas. Tempo competition was organized in Sharu region chess school. Kengerli and Sadarak teams participated in the competition. At the end, the distinguished sportsmen were awarded by the organizers. Nakhchivan Training Center hosted a new shooting training entitled Target. About 100 young people participated in the training, and the distinguished ones were awarded with honorary orders from the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Championship on stand-type shooting was held. 27 athletes in 9 teams competed in the championship organized under the motto Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic 95. State Customs Committee's players became the winner, and first 3 places were presented with diplomas and gifts by the organizers. The region stage of the border military sports game was held in Julfa region, and teams of 5 comprehensive secondary school students took part in the competition. The winners were awarded with diplomas by the organizers. Our ancient land Nakhchivan is known for its richness in historical architectural monuments. Recently, state cared to those monuments and their restoration by keeping their originality drew furthermore attention to Nakhchivan monuments. One of the above-mentioned monuments in Khanejah Monuments Complex. Let's watch.
Khanejah Monuments Complex is located in the village of the same name in Julfa region on the bank of the Alinja River. The monument became the main symbol of Khanejah village. The inscription on the south entrance of the complex reveals that the tomb was built by the order of the great scientist Lalabey by architect Khaja Jamaleddin. Although the inscription remains the architect's name so far, the construction date is still unknown. Only construction style of the tomb enables us to say that it was built in 12th–13th centuries. From the complex, only the ruins of a mosque, a tomb, an unknown column of monuments, also another building were preserved. There is a tomb of Fazlullah Naimi, the founder of Hurufism, inside the monument. He was buried here after assassination in Alinjagala. Thus, the monument is also called Naimi Tomb. There are rectangular panels on both sides of the entrance door of the tomb, which are decorated with ornaments and religious inscriptions. These are just one of the finest examples of plastic engraving in world architecture. The mosque's inscription shows that it was built in 1496 by the order of an unknown woman. Reconstruction and restoration works in the Autonomous Republic covered Khanejah Monuments Complex in 2016. The monument was restored by keeping its originality and became one of the most visited places by residents and also tourists.
Dear television watchers, that was all for today. To be informed of the latest developments in Nakhchivan, keep following us. Goodbye.